Hi guys, welcome to episode 9 of my Understanding Mental Health kind of topic I've been talking about for the past few weeks. Today is about anxiety. Now I know quite a lot of people who has anxiety, and they they kind of me to do this. So this is probably the most talked about, and probably one of the most common mental health disorders people suffer from. So yeah, I'll jump into it. It's just the beginning is just a little bit talking about anxiety, and then I'll move on to talking about panic attacks, which is caused by anxiety, and then I'll talk about causes and the feelings and everything that people have when they have anxiety. So anxiety forces people into avoiding situations that they find dangerous, even when when it is not actual danger. It's dealing with a situation they find difficult. It becomes a mental disorder if the feeling is constant and occurs more regular than anything else. It leads to symptoms of stress, which I've spoke about in the past, and it can affect their lives in quite a severe way. So because it affects their life, people become incapable of having a normal life. So yeah, um, so I spoke about panic attacks before. Um, Panic attacks is usually when it's caused by anxiety, which is their response to the danger that they're facing. It could become a mental health disorder if it happens more regular, as I was talking about. It may be due to the fear, um, and they want to leave the situation as quickly as possible. They may have breathing difficulties, dizziness, or palpitations. Panic attacks can make them worse about the situation and what is actually happening to them as well. So there is quite a lot of different causes of anxiety. Genetic inheritance is quite a common one. So you can inherit it from family members. It becomes a part of a personality, and some people are actually born more anxious than others. Um, if developed before the age of 20, it may be because their relatives have it too. They're more likely to develop panic disorder if a parent or a sibling has it. So yeah, that's genetic inheritance and how it can affect people and their anxiety. Past experiences. This is I would say this is the most common. This seems to be the most common in people. Um, if something bad happened in the past and did not fully overcome their emotions, they may fear it should happen again. This is like going out once, and something bad happens during that once of going out, then um, doing that again in the future. They feel anxious about doing it, and therefore they might not want to do it at all. Um, they could, so it can start up the same feelings and everything as well. If extreme feelings of stress and anxiety could last longer, this could eventually lead to post traumatic stress disorder as well. Which I will be talking about in the future. I think that's in a couple of episodes' time. So yeah, it could lead up to that, which is really, really severe. Um, Another cause is like a fear of losing control. Not having control can make anybody feel anxious. It could it could affect anybody. This could be the threat of being attacked or even losing a job, um, anything like that. They feel the symptoms of anxiety and may develop severe anxiety in the future. Um, so um, Situations where individuals may experience anxiety, worrying about themselves, their health, developing diseases, becoming really ill, their family member becoming ill as well, not feeling control, like I said previously, worrying about failing like exams, or getting a job after an interview, stressed about debts, something happening to them or their family or their friends. So yeah, there's so many different situations where anxiety could actually develop. Now I'll go on to talk about the feelings that people feel when they have anxiety. So, and again, in the situations, they could have an upset stomach, talking about the situations or going through the situations. They may need to toilet or feel sick. They feel it in their neck and the shoulders as muscle tense. Because I didn't really know that was a thing until I read through this, and I've realised, yeah, that does have effect on quite a lot of people, which could lead to severe neck and back problems as well. They could have tiredness due to not wanting to sleep, feeling that something negative is going to happen and can't concentrate on anything else. Feel restless, feel the heart pounding really loudly, which causes them to panic more because they feel like something's wrong with them, and feel they can't cope with everyday issues as well. So there is many ways that anxiety can affect an individual. This could be through their mental and emotional effects, losing confidence. They start to become negative in not every aspect, but in most aspects of their life, which could lead to poor concentration or even poor judgment. Lack of sleep, feeling depressed or dread something bad's going to happen to them makes them not want to sleep, which gives them low attention span and they become restless. Substance abuse, rely on alcohol, drugs to cope with pressures of anxiety and everything like that. There's physical effects as well. Tightness in stomach. This is like feeling sick, diarrhea, or like irritable bowel syndrome. A person's heart, breathing, problems in breathing, hyperventilation, fast shallow breathing, palpitations, struggle to regain control, increased heart rate, sweating, having dry mouth, tiredness, panic attacks, high blood pressure could lead to strokes or heart attacks, stomach ulcers, symptoms can make arthritis and asthma worse as well. So yeah, that's many ways that anxiety can have an effect on somebody, whether it is their mental health or their physical health as well. So it can affect other people. People with anxiety probably feel like their anxiety will affect other people, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on how they deal with it. You can challenge your co-workers, family, friends. If it affects the person's concentration, they may lose friends as not properly engaged in conversations, feeling shut out or ignored. The person may not want reassurance or comforting if in deep anxiety. That makes the person feel helpless and not able to help them at all. Makes them feel rejected as well. Later depression or substance abuse, which pushes people away and affects their ability to do day-to-day tasks. So their family or friends or co-workers or whatever will probably need to take charge of their day-to-day tasks. Don't understand the problem or what support they need. They may feel stressed, frustrated, angry and helpless as well. So there is a thing called a cycle of negative thinking, which is just anxiety and negative thoughts lead to a cycle of negative thoughts. A massive example of this is a job interview. Feel very nervous and becomes anxious. The person decides not to attend as they don't feel that they will do well. Doing this once could lead to negative feelings if offered another interview and convince the person to miss another, kind of creating a chain effect, and that escalates the symptoms of anxiety. Another example would be specific memories being attached to emotions. Feels nervous could bring back memory of, like, for example, if somebody broke up, nerves could bring back memory of breakup, which could affect any other full relationships in future. Leads to every negative event person has experienced could come back quickly and overcome them if they've not dealt with it properly. Being late for a meeting can make no, it can could affect their stomach tightening from stress, negative thoughts such as messing up, being late all the time, where they feel they may lose their job. So yeah, that's the kind of cycle of negative thinking that anxiety brings to people. An individual's personality and positive outlook on life could help or hinder anxiety. Having a positive outlook can help fears not being exaggerated, to prevent making challenges into impossible hurdles. Self-aware, greater quality of life and staying positive if they kind of are aware of their anxiety. Positivity is powerful in creating a happier life and in turn a healthy mind and body. Being a negative person can make a person's anxiety worse, and they only think about the worst things and then enter that negative cycle that I was just talking about. So there is different kind of self-help for anxiety, and like kind of activities as well. I've got 3 examples of self-help. Relaxation helps relax the muscles, control the breathing, clear mind of worrying thoughts. They could do this even after getting the training for it. There are many places to go for relaxation training. They could go to the GPs and voluntary organisations as well. There's quite a few of them round about. Self-help groups as well. Sharing with people who have experienced it may help, as they can provide different ways of how to overcome it or how to deal with it better. And this helps them realise they're not alone and that there are people going through the exact same as them. Support forums. If a person finds it difficult or feels anxious about meeting people face to face, they can do it online. This kind of can kind of connect them more to people as well, and share like self-help groups share experiences and receive support in which they feel more comfortable. So there is different activities. I got 3 examples. There's so many different examples. I only narrowed it down to 3 because I thought it would be easier to try and explain. Going for a run, or like exercising, not excessively, could raise levels of serotonin that can fight depression. Healthier, fitter, comfortable in their body, feeling good about themselves, and helps manage anxiety, and it's very beneficial to people. Going to the cinema, watching a movie, even just watching a movie, even watching a program, like binge watching a program, can help take away the problems for a few hours, and their anxiety goes because they're focusing on the person's story and the movie or whatever, and it helps them escape from reality. They feel more relaxed and happier. I know I've done that in plenty of times where I've went to the cinema. I feel really anxious about stuff, like for example, I had a job interview a few weeks ago. I was really nervous. After it, I was like, oh god, I'm not going to find out. But going to the cinema actually helped me, because it took my mind off everything. And it's just an escape from reality where you don't need to think about your life, you think about other people's lives as well. So it is really good. I know that from experience. Cinema helps a lot for me. Going for a walk. This could be like in the countryside. Countryside known for being peaceful and relaxing. It is an exercise, so the levels of serotonin in the brain helps to fight depression as well. And if you're doing it with somebody that you enjoy being with and are comfortable with, you can talk about your problems, and talking actually helps your struggle with anxiety. And they may be able to help deal with the issues. They may be able to give you ideas of how to overcome it or anything like that. So yeah, I've got, just to finish up this video, there's local resources and treatments like at the end of every single video that I've done. There's treatment centres, relaxation techniques like I spoke about before, the breathing. This includes like yoga, meditation, massage, Pilates, all that works. Treatments to talk about feelings, help control anxiety, whether it's individually or in a group, help identify the issues and find the best solution. I've spoke about medication before. There is side effects to medication. I've got quite a few here. Tranquilizers, they do work, but they can become addictive, so that could lead to like substance abuse and everything. So you just need to be careful with that. Antidepressants, it takes a few weeks to work. However, it can cause drowsiness, dizziness, and nausea. So that could have an effect on you as well. And beta blockers, small doses, of course, control shaking by anxiety and for high blood pressure if you're struggling with them. The best place is to go to a GP, who can find availability of counsellors, local support groups, community mental health team, and even friends and family can help by being patient and understanding, and encourage a person and offer their help as well. So there is different ways that you can deal with anxiety, and I hope people that are going through anxiety watch this video and kind of have a better understanding about what it is affecting them and how they can help, how they can overcome it. If people have questions for me regarding this, you can obviously contact me in the comments on YouTube or even on Instagram or on my Facebook as well. I really don't mind if people need help. So yeah, it's anxiety, a really interesting topic. I think everybody's got anxiety in some way. Just some people struggle a lot more, and it doesn't show them as weak. It just shows that sometimes anxiety is a bit too strong for some people. So yeah, that's this video done. I will be doing the next episode very soon. It should be uploaded within the next few days as well. And that is about postnatal depression, how it affects women, how it affects men, and how it affects a baby as well. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.